Hello and welcome back to Brooklyn Beats Football. It is on the air and online. We are going to start the NFL draft. Like I said last season, the Christmas of the summer. So, here we go.
The Bears are now on the clock.
The Bears have the first round pick. We are going to pause and we are going to see if we can give them a trade here. Just a long shot in the dark. I'm going to give them the third, the fourth, and first round. Oh. Okay. I'm going to take away the fourth and give them a first round pick next season. And we're going to see what happens with this. Okay, apparently we cannot offer them a trade. Okay, so we cannot trade up. That is weird. Very weird indeed. So,
The Eagles are now on the clock.
okay, so they have taken Harper, the left outside linebacker, goes first overall in this year's NFL draft. There's no... We're going to pause it here because I do believe there is a way to trade up. So we would have to go to the Eagles. Give them our third, a fourth, and a first pick next season. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that will not work as well. Alright, so I guess we cannot trade up in the draft. How inconvenient. So we will resume the draft, and we will skip ahead to the next user pick.
All right, let's go to Adam Schefter,
And
who's
this
got more on
might
this
come
pick.
back to bite us in the
foundation of
booty.
Any good team starts up front, and here's a guy who's a franchise's dream come true. GMs I talked to.
Sure, we
pointed
could
to
trade our
several of
pick
his
away,
games in
but
college
we
where he
cannot
took on some of the nation's best defensive
take
linemen,
our
going toe-to-toe
pick.
with them for
Um,
60 minutes of brutal trench combat and dominating them.
Wow,
He's gonna
so
be able to
all of our...
protect the franchise
Shut up!
quarterback in addition to opening up holes for the run game. Size, speed, and strength, he should have a very successful NFL career.
Okay, so now that that man has being quiet, all of our watched players are gone because we cannot trade up in the NFL draft. It has came back to bite us in the booty. So that is not good. There's not really anything we need here, to be honest with everybody here. We're going to take a look at our scouted players. We have watched Rashard Huntington. He was the fastest strong safety in the draft, and this is the third round, I do believe. Yeah, third round pick number 32. So we don't want to take somebody sooner, but with our watch players, he's really the best available at a 7.2 combine grade. Everybody else is projected to go undrafted, so we are going to take Rashad Huntington with the third round pick and the 32nd overall pick of the third round. And it's proven to be a good pick. 92 speed, 78 tackle, 90 acceleration. Man coverage is not what we want, but he is a safety, and zone coverage of 73, so kind of right where we need him to be. He's a 71 overall. He will fit right there as a third string, and we'll see a lot of him in the rotation. I shouldn't even say third string because of our rotation, so we're going to unpause the draft, and we get a pick in two more picks. We're going to take a look, skip ahead to the next pick.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The Brooklyn Beats are now on the clock.
Excuse me, must have been that bad soda I had. So, we have 4 fourth-round picks, I do believe. We're going to take a look at our roster. and go to our draft picks. 1, 2, 3. So we have three, actually. We traded from Buffalo last season in the offseason and New Orleans. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 picks left to go, and if we do believe we need somebody, we can trade away some of next year's picks, but I highly doubt it. Just to be funny, we're going to see what we can get. So this year, round 5, next year, round 4 and 5. So the Cincinnati Bengals need somebody here with this pick. Of course, the cap room not available because it will be given out at the beginning of next season. So 2018, that's this year, 4th and 6th. That is pick 126. We are currently in pick number 99, so about 25 from now. Let's just see what we can get. Otherwise, that is a little enticing there. Take a look at our scouted players, and Javier Loud. Didn't do too good. Tyree Spikes projected to go in the 4th round. He is a right guard. Strongest. Okay, so our right guard that we scouted, he is the strongest. At 39 reps, vertical jump at 33, he is 6'3", 310 from University of Las Vegas, UNLV. I'm just going to go ahead and guess. And he has the best combine grade of anybody on our list right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Tyree Spikes at right guard.
The Browns are now on the clock.
So 92 strength, 83 run blocking, and 76 pass blocking with an 84 impact blocking. This is a good pick. Ranked 34 in true talent, and you drafted him at 99. So 75 overall, right guard. So that is awesome. He will be thrown into the rotation as well. Skills, discipline, penalty, bias. And Tyree Spikes is 37th ranked right guard in the league based on his overall rating, putting him in the top 33% of right guards. So we have made a good pick here in the 4th round of the 2018 NFL Draft. We're going to go ahead and resume and not look at our draft board. We're going to go ahead. So that gets me excited. So far we have drafted a 71 overall left tackle and a 75 in Tyree Spikes. We're going to go ahead and skip to the next
Let's
user
go to
pick.
Adam now, who's got more on the Patriots' last pick.
He was one of the favorites to come out of the pro days
Adam
purely for his want
Schefter.
and desire to do everything the coaches and scouts asked him to do. He ran
Okay,
drill
so the
after
Brooklyn-
drill, sometimes a second
Oh
or
my
third
goodness.
time using a different technique. He didn't necessarily kill any single drill, but what he did do was display the ability to take instruction well and a great ability to adjust to different scenarios. He's a defensive back I can see playing any role in the secondary with some aptitude. We'll just see how the team plans to use him come September.
And there we go. So we have a pick in 28 picks, and we're fielding offers right here. Not really too much. The Bengals really wanted somebody with our last pick, but we felt that we had to go with what we did. So we would get a pick in 28 picks. We could trade for around 5. If there is a package deal, there it is right there. A package deal for 2 picks next year, I think we just take it here. A 3rd and a 4th of next season. And we're going to go ahead and take Washington's offer.
I see both teams filling
For a
out
3rd and a
cards. You know what
4th.
that means? We've got a trade.
And there we go. So we traded our second 4th round pick to the Washington football team for 2 3rd round and a 4th round next season. And let's see what they do with our pick.
The Ravens are now on the
They
clock.
take left tackle Aldridge. So we're going to go ahead and advance to our next user pick.
The
Just
Brooklyn
28
Beats
short
are now on the
spots
clock.
down. And we are going to pause the draft and we're going to make our selection. Depending on what we have left, we're not hoping for a lot here. Crosby Shirley. Take a look at what he did. Nothing really. So a 7.0 grade, combine grade. Now, we don't really have to hit here with anything special. So that's 3rd in the bench press. But let's take a look at our scouted players. projected to go in the 5th round. This is round 4, so we have another round before we take them. So Jamison Ives first in the bench press at strong safety. I do believe we take him in with our last pick if he's still available, of course. Other than that, there's not really anything left. I mean, we can definitely take a look at running backs here. So Crosby Shirley didn't do too much despite his 7.0 combine grade. Seems to be the grade for a lot of guys. I think we just take the biggest bruiser. There's a 3rd in bench press. Let's see what Randy can do here. And there's not really too much left as far as running backs go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at whoever had the 3rd in the bench press. Hold on, what's this? The broad jump, 2nd. So that is Branton Bridges. We're going to see if we can get a speed back because that's what we like to lean towards. We really have our big running back in Travis Parker. But, is that a 4th? Yeah, that's 4th with a 4.35. Sean Quarles. I mean, if anything, this is going to be for a practice squad spot if he decides that he, if the coaches decide they want it. So, hey, look at that, right tackle. 1 active, 1, or right guard, 1 active, 1 picked at an A-. So we did get a good grade there. Now, another thing we could do right here with this pick is we could pick the fastest player and then use them as a kick returner because I think that is why Darian Wilson got injured so much last season. Last couple of seasons is he was the main kick returner for your Minnesota Vikings. So that is a good idea. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to look for the fastest player. Doesn't need to be too good here at round 4. 31st. So that's 3rd, but he's an offensive linebacker. That would not be good. To return kicks. Okay, so Noah Germany, projected to go in the 5th round. He is a 5th round talent. So we're going to have to watch for him coming up because he, one of the guys that we wanted, Brian Myers. We're going to actually just go with wide receivers. So they're second with a 4.31. Moses Fudge. Can't beat that name. He is a 7th round talent. But, so there's the first with a 4.26. Watts Gallery, we're going to take him early. 96 speed, 90 acceleration from Toledo. 5'9", 187. Of course, not obviously going to be a wide receiver for this team, like I said. Catching is 77 though, so he's pretty good. Watts Gallery is the 209th ranked wide receiver in the league. Based on his overall at 66, putting him in the top 61% of receivers. So yeah, I mean, like I said, he's just going to be a strictly special teams guy unless he wows us in the preseason, which could happen, of course. But as of right now, we just drafted him based on his speed. Super early, but like I said, no high expectations there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to actually just go back and we're going to skip ahead to our next user pick for the 5th round.
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
One of this draft's toughest players, here's a guy who played the majority of his final collegiate season with a broken foot. Long suffering with plantar fasciitis in the affected foot, doctors discovered several hairline fractures across the first, second, and third metatarsals during a routine therapy session. Translation? His foot was essentially shattered. Recovery took months, and he used the time wisely, studying film of just about every NFL team and preparing for interviews. No surprise that he blew scouts and even a few GMs away with his knowledge of NFL offensive schemes. This is an intelligent, hard-nosed defensive back who's going to make his fair share of big plays before his professional career is over.
So, after the interruption by Adam Schefter, it looks as though our center has been taken that we wanted, as you could see. So we take a projected undrafted wide receiver and we lose out on a potentially good center, but hey, these sort of things happen. So in round 5, we don't really have anything, to be honest. We don't really need anything right now. We have everything squared away. So this guy, 44940, he is a cornerback, Dante Gandy. I do believe we do need another corner. Okay, we have 5 active with a C+ rating. I think we're good. Let's see. Okay, so we have 2 right ends active and 3 left ends active. So we might take a right end here. Let's take a look and see what they have available. So projected to go in the 6th round, Luke Clifton. Not really anything there. Undrafted. Drafted. Okay, so 3rd in the 40-yard dash. We really need a strong guy that can shed some tackles, or shed some blocks, I should say. And there's 2nd in for 38 reps, so we're going to add him to our watch list. We'll take him with our last pick. What about a left end we could groom and turn over here? So first in the bench press with 40 reps, I think we're going to take Henry Kism here early. But hey, 68, 92 strength, 88 tackle, 81 block shedding, 77 speed, 82 acceleration. Now most of you might be watching this. He's 6'5", 303, Henry Kism from Texas A&M. Now you might be watching this and saying, hey, what's going on here? I don't understand. You're not doing it, like the other professional teams in the league are doing it, but hey, there's not a lot to be had here, and we already have this team locked up. We've won the Super Bowl last season, so there's not a whole lot we need to add. Henry Kism is the 72nd ranked left end in the league based on his overall rating, putting him in the top 52% of left ends. In the 5th round, I'll take it. 92 strength, 81 block shedding. Are you kidding me? 88 tackle, and he's got pretty good speed for his position and his size at 6'5", 303. So we'll take him, and I'm pretty happy about how this draft is going so far. We're going to go ahead and unpause the draft, and we're going to skip ahead to
The Eagles are now on the clock.
to the 6th round. Next, use your pick, to be honest.
The Brooklyn Beats are now on the clock.
So now I do believe we're going to pause the draft, and we're going to take a look at what we have left. I do believe we have 2 picks left. So we can take a look at a couple of guys we scouted. No, not the practice squad. The picks. Okay, so this is our last pick in the draft. Actually, here at 6, so we traded our 7th, it seems like. So our last pick in the NFL 2018 draft. Or is this 2019? Yeah, 2018 draft. Sorry. Make your selection. So we're going to take a look at, see if whoever we watched is available. All right, so here we do have Adrian Reberg at 6'6", 310. Wow. So he's a big boy, pass blocker, combine grade of 5.2. And then we have Jamison Ives. We took a safety in the last round last season. We since let him go. Didn't even get a chance to play. So the 40-yard dash, he was a 4.51, vertical jump 3.5, broad jump 9, just under 10 inches, 3-cone 6.95, and 20-yard shuttle. 20 shuttle. But he's first in the bench press with 26 reps. Currently projected to go undrafted, so we might get him at a later time. And we're going to take that chance, and we're going to go... I mean, do you go with the highest overall here? Or the highest combine grade, or what? We're going to take a look and see what we got here. We already got a wide receiver, Dingle. Just based on the name, I would take him, but he's not that good. Didn't even post top numbers. So he has a third defensive tackle in the broad jump. Let's take a look and see what we need. So a left end, 3 active, 1 picked. He's going to go to right end. He shouldn't have a change there. Let's see. Punter. We have 2 kickers active, supposedly. Wide receivers, we have 9. So, okay, so that's why Chris Kontorowitz didn't show up. So we have 4 active. Wesley Holm and Chris Kontorowitz were taken from the practice squad and added to the active roster. We have 5 defensive tackles, 3. We run in a 3-4-4-3 hybrid, so if there's a outside linebacker, that's the only thing we're missing here. Yeah, let's add a linebacker here. So we'll go left outside and right outside and just take whoever is best available, projected to go undrafted and undrafted as well. Maybe we can move a middle linebacker out. Okay, so here we go. Jaywan Winters, 6 foot and 252 out of South Illinois. 4th in the middle linebackers in the 40-yard dash with a 4.60. 7th in strength, but 1st in the 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle, so his acceleration and quickness will be very good, especially with the 20-yard shuttle at a 4.24. And the 3-cone at a 6.99. 1st in middle linebackers at a 7.3 grade. So 3rd of middle linebackers with the bench press. 9th in the... Okay, so it's basically just whatever we want to pursue here. 6'5", 249. Oh my goodness. It would be nice to get a very, very hard-hitting linebacker apart from Justin Lewis and get that squared away. We're going to take a look and see. Here's 2nd with 28 reps. Okay, so that is Tevin Manning. We're going to add him to the watch list. Like I said a couple times before, this is the boring episode. So the vertical jump. So he's very good at jumping, but he's not that fast. Joe Horn is. And I'm going to assume that the 1st overall in the bench press has been taken. Yes, indeed. So we do have a couple of options here at linebacker. We could take Jaywan Winters, who is going to have a lot of acceleration, it looks like, with the 3-cone and the 20-yard shuttle. Or we could take Tevin Manning, who is going to be the strongest linebacker left at 28 reps. We're just going to take a look. 24, 22. Well, obviously he'd be the best there. So 28 reps is the reps to beat. 25, 21, 28. So that ties DeMarcus Durant. So 9, 8, 11, 14, 12. 9, 8, 11, 14, 12. 9, 8, 11, 14, 12. Okay, so Tevin Manning, he's the 2nd with 28 reps. And then over here, I totally forgot where he was. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I think he was a middle linebacker. Yes. So 9, 8, 11, 14, 12. Those are all better than our other guys. So let's take a look here. I'm losing it. I'm really losing it. So watch players, DeMarcus Durant. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the individual. Okay, so 4.66, 3.4.4, 4.60, 3.4.2. So not really. So 10 in the broad jump, 7.9 in the 3-cone. 10.26. Okay, so the It's all really what we want right here. Is it going to come down to DeMarcus Durant or Juwan Winters? I'm spending way too much time looking at this. It all depends on what we want. I mean, both of them are projected to go in the 7th round. So 6'2", 247 or 6'2", 252. Obviously, he's going to have a little bit more speed than the other guy at a 4.60, at a 4.66. But this guy's going to have more strength. So here we go. We're going to take a look one more time. 4.66, 3.4.4, 4.60, 3.42. He has the bigger combine grade. He had 25 reps. That's 3 reps less. I don't think in the grand scheme of things that's going to take into account any tackling. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Juwan Winters out of Southern Illinois with our final pick. And we get a 77 with a quick development. 86 speed, 87 tackle, 85 block shedding, 85 hit power. He's ranked 29th in true talent, and you took him at 192. So he does kind of fall to us, I do believe. So pursuit, like I said, acceleration 90, agility 84. Man coverage and zone coverage could be worked on. That's what the preseasons are for. Traits, balance linebacker style, balance play ball tendency, big hitter, high motor, undisciplined penalty, biased. So we get a big hitter, a big block shedder, big tackler, big speed. I really do believe that this could be. He's the number 47th ranked, and we get him with the last pick. So I really do believe that this could be a good pick. Juwan Winters going to your Brooklyn Beats. Excellent pick rating, and I think that's the pick of the draft right there. Here in the 6th round. Or in the 7th round. My apologizings. We're going to go ahead and skip to the end of the draft. Our next user pick. That should be the end of it. Yes, indeed. So a draft recap will be coming up. Thanks for everybody for putting through this, sticking through this. This has been definitely one of the slower episodes. For sure. So the draft recap. We're going to take a look at our 2018 draftees. In our first pick. In the 3rd round, we get Rashard Huntington. He is a 71 overall. And as the draft went on, we got really good players. I think this is the best draft in the series so far. Rashard Huntington, 71 overall. Tyree Spikes, 75. So nobody's awareness is going to be really great, but speed, acceleration, and the pick of the draft for Randy Replay, obviously the highest overall rated, is going to be that of Juwan Winters. So we lose out on all the left tackles and all the centers and all the offensive linemen that we really wanted, but we pick up Juwan Winters, our only excellent pick of the draft here in the 6th round. And so we signed him to a 4-year deal worth $1.88 million. 70 overall, 86 speed, 90 acceleration, 84 agility, but the tackling is 87, and hit power is 85, so you can't get too much better than this. He will automatically be put in the rotation. Juwan Winters, the rookie. Look at that. So there's not really anything else we need to do. We're going to go ahead and adjust the roster and make sure we're good. We're going to take a look at the linebackers. Okay, so Justin Lewis is a middle linebacker. So look at this. Juwan Winters will fit right in to the starting rotation. Left outside linebacker, of course, we have Drew Ward, Scott Rethwell, Ryan Bulow, and then Thomas Cross, Josh Fitzer, and Dan Nolte. So we could move Rashid Spinks, who was on the practice squad last season, over to one of the outside linebacker spots, and Justin Lewis as well, and make it work to where Juwan Winters and Justin Lewis, I think both of our highest hitting. Yeah, 88 hit power and 85 are two biggest hitters in the middle. Make sure they are the on the field at the same time. As I respond to a text here. There we go. And then as we look at some other positions of interest, Xavier Howard still on the team, carried over from the practice squad. Xavier Rhodes, of course. Quadarius Gilmore, that is the safety we took in the last round. Or no, Henry Lober was. I apologize. So Richard Huntington, projected to be in the rotation. Of course, for the... I just want to make sure that we did get Chris Kontorowitz. We did. And then Trey Bowen signed from last year's draft, and Watts Gallery, who will projected to stay on the team as the kick returner. And then the tight end Wesley Holm has been carried over, so everything is good there. We do retain all of our players from last season for the first time in the series. They do not get deleted. So we're going to go ahead and advance to preseason week 1. Excuse me. There was something I did want to do on the offensive line. I just can't remember what it was. Tyree Spikes at 75. Try Turner is at a 90. So I did want to bring him over to left tackle and see if he would be better over there. So we're going to go ahead and edit the player. And if anything, he will be on the practice squad just for a depth, or stay at right tackle for a depth, or a left tackle. I apologize. So we're going to go ahead and save the changes, and we're going to go right to left tackle, and we're going to see what happens. And he's a 76. So he does gain a grade point, and he will be younger than Luis Vasquez. So we'll sprinkle him in the rotation. Coming up in the next video, I will show you the rotation for the first preseason game, and we will play the first preseason game. I probably won't do the whole game, just the highlights. But, yeah, so I'm really happy about this draft, especially the middle linebacker spot of Jawan Winters. He will be thrown in the rotation. And, of course, Nick Brown returning to the team. Nobody expected him to come back because of the injuries. But he is here. So Thomas Cross, we're going to actually take a look at all. And we're going to see who is the most improved. Matthew Peterson, of course, goes to an 82. Brandon Baker to an 81. Kenny Erickson to an 82. Thomas Cross to an 81. Chimoko at 80. Darian Wilson stays at 80. 79. Drew Ward 89. Or 79, sorry. Otis McMiller. So yeah, I think everybody climbed a point. Luke Zalazewski, Zachary Anderson. Maybe not everybody. Jesse Peterson looks like he climbed. Smeagol, of course, falling to a 74. Kevin Stark. Lou Wang falling to a 73. Justin Vandershoff falling to a 72. Ryan Below falling. Quadarius Gilmore. Anthony Bisbee falling, of course. And Aaron Moss, Travis Parker, Daniel Hendricks falling to a 70. Robert Griffin III, of course. Totally forgot we got him. Chris Kontorowitz falling. And all of these guys down here falling to 67s and 65s. But, that is okay because we don't go on position depths or anything like that. We go strictly on a rotation. So it's whoever's in. So our running backs are all healthy and everybody's back. Our fullback at an 82, Blake Letelier, and everybody is here. So we are going to end the video here, and we will see you next week. Actually, we're just gonna advance, because that will be the best thing to do here. And it is official. The 2018-2019 preseason is underway, and we again play the Saints at our new stadium debut. It will be the Brooklyn Heights Stadium outdoor football at 7 p.m. I will see you there. This has been Randy Replay with a good, if not great, draft we hit on the middle linebacker. I already forgot his name. Oh my heavens. Randy Replay messing up like always. Jawan Winters. We hit on Jawan Winters late in the draft and pick up the best player that we drafted in the final round, or the 6th round final pick that we had. And I will see you next week where we take on the Saints. See ya.